Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl Butler, and you're listening to the Mighty Mommy's Quick and Dirty Tips podcast, which will help make your life as a parent a little bit easier and a lot more fun. Welcome. Today's episode is number 365, titled 10 Easy Ways for Families to Save Money, because let's face it, who doesn't like to save a buck these days? As the mom of 8 kids, several who are in college, there is not a day that goes by that I don't have my eyes open to finding a new or better way to save some cash. With 11 more months to go in 2016, now is a great time to focus on money-saving tips that will put a few, or hopefully more, bucks in your family's pocket this year. Tip number 1. Save without using coupons. I'll openly admit that my history with using coupons, even with a large family like mine, is not consistent. When I get inspired and I'm having an extremely organized phase, I'm all over coupons, like flies to a dumpster. When life is moving along at my usual hectic pace, however, coupons are not usually on my radar. That's why I love taking advantage of 2 other amazing sources of savings on everything from groceries to electronics and vacations, and that is Ibotta and Groupon. Ibotta is a new Android and iPhone app that allows you to earn money by participating items. So you can earn this money in addition to using your manufacturer and store coupons, which is great because if you like to coupon, you still get more bang for your buck. And the best part, you don't even need your phone while you're shopping. All the work is done once you get home. Just visit their website to learn more. It's Ibotta.com. You can either submit receipts or link to a loyalty account. I've been using Ibotta for a few months now, and I literally feel like I'm getting paid to go shopping. It's a no-brainer for busy families. Groupon is a deal of the day recommendation service for consumers. Every 24 hours, Groupon broadcasts an electronic coupon for a restaurant or a store in your city, recommending that local service while also offering you a 40 to 60% discount if you purchase that service. My family has saved more than half off on weekend getaways and some of our largest electronic purchases. If you sign up, you can get daily emails every day about these great local deals, so check it out. It's Groupon.com. Tip number 2, turn it off. Growing up as the oldest of 5 siblings, both parents being school teachers, we were fortunate to have teachers at our disposal all throughout our school years for help with homework, extracurricular projects, and everything else in between. One lesson that all of us learned, however, wasn't about our ABCs or how to multiply fractions. It was to never leave a room without turning off the lights. To this day, I am fastidious about not walking out of the room without flipping that switch from on to off. I've tried to pass this along to my kids as well because, believe it or not, when we get into the habit of simply turning off the lights when we exit a room, we can potentially save hundreds of dollars a year. Tip number 3, order water when dining out and forget the dessert. You can imagine what a meal costs for a family of 10. Let's just say it ain't cheap. We knew when we had a big family that we were going to have to cut corners to make it all work financially. So we learned early on where we could save, but still get out and enjoy life. Eating out at a decent restaurant, and we're not talking pizza and burgers, a couple times a month is something we've done regularly for the past 20 years. And 2 ways that we've cut the bill significantly is by not ordering drinks except for water. We have our cocktails when we're home, and we forget the dessert. This makes it affordable, and it's still a great night out. Another tip is to order an assortment of appetizers instead of entrees, especially if you have fussy eaters, and I have a couple of those. It gives a variety, and no one is stuck with a meal that they really aren't crazy about. Tip number 4, purchasing clothing and shoes for the family. There is no question that clothing can eat up a large chunk of a family's budget, especially when you consider the cost of a single pair of kids' sneakers these days. If you're savvy, however, and invest a little bit of time in strategizing your family's clothing needs, you can save hundreds of dollars every year. There's the obvious choices, such as thrift and secondhand stores, but there are other tricks to saving money on apparel and gear, such as when you shop. The best clothing sales are typically in February and August. So if you can estimate your child's size 6 months ahead, you can score some great deals. Another wonderful tool that I like to use now is called shopitome.com. It's based in San Francisco, and they analyze more than 750,000 sales items a year from more than 200 online retailers. By running averages, the company found that the following were these interesting patterns. On Mondays, shoppers can save nearly 50% on men's and women's dress pants, and about 55% on sunglasses. On Tuesdays, you can expect to save more than 40% on all men's apparel. And on Wednesdays, shoppers can save about 40% on shoes and children's clothes. Shopitome.com is free, and it has daily deals on some of the favorite stores that we like to use, like Nordstrom and J.Crew. Tip number 5, reevaluate your cable bill. We have a bundle plan in our house with our cable company, which includes a landline, internet services, and cable. Cable companies continually run specials on various packages, and when we took advantage of one a few years ago, I was stunned, just stunned to learn how many extra channels we were paying for that my family never even watched. By renegotiating our bill, we saved over $60 a month, and we still get premium movie channels to enjoy. In addition, I put a lock on on-demand movies so only parents in our house have the authority to purchase one. Tip number 6, choose lunch over dinner when dining out. If you'd like to experience nice restaurants at a better savings, in addition to only ordering water for drinks, choose lunchtime to treat your family instead of dinner. Most nice restaurants have a full menu midday, so you can fill up on a delicious meal and either have leftovers or something simple like a grilled cheese sandwich for dinner. Tip number 7, take a money challenge. And this is one of my favorite tips. About 10 years ago, I met with a new financial planner who had a different approach to managing money. Her advice? Challenge every single expense you have and get your family on board and involved in the process. The object of this exercise was to analyze every single line item, every single one that we were paying for, such as different insurances, our car payments, credit card payments, house taxes, cable and internet, dance lessons, little league fees, clothing budget, grocery bill, movies and entertainment, pet care, babysitting, every single expense that we had. Next, she advised looking for the fluff. In other words, extras that we could fully cut out, such as extra magazine subscriptions that we weren't really reading, costly birthday party gifts, unnecessary warranty packages, drive-through coffee runs, etc. Then we shopped around and we compared our insurance premiums, credit card rates, how much we paid for clothing, and so on. I'll admit this took several long periods of time, but we set it aside to do it. And when we included our older kids in the process, you know what? It was a real eye-opener to see what they thought they could and couldn't live without. And tip number 8, have a regular meal plan. And this is another one of my favorite tips. As the mom of a large family, and also a full-time working mom, I couldn't survive without a regular meal plan each week. In my episode, 5 Tips to Make Family Meal Planning Easier, I share the ins and outs of how my family eats on a scheduled meal plan. Not only is it a sanity saver, I am able to save over $100 per week on our family's grocery bill because I go to the store armed with a list of what I need, and I stick to the list for the most part, especially if I shop without my kids in tow. Because our average savings is at least $400 a month, sometimes more, we budget that savings towards our family's vacation each summer. Ka-ching! Tip number 9. Don't upgrade electronics and tech gadgets. Technology changes so quickly that it would certainly be possible to upgrade laptops, smartphones, tablets, and other electronic gadgets on a very regular basis. And believe me, some families I know do this. If your current tech items are working just fine, save your money by hanging on and using them as long as possible. Check out Quick and Dirty Tips Tech Talker for dozens of informative and fun podcasts that relate to all the technical parts of your family's life. And tip number 10, subscribe to finance blogs and podcasts. I love the expression, knowledge is power. And when it comes to finances, that is certainly the case. Too often, many of us shy away from money topics because we're afraid that it'll be too complicated, or perhaps if we ignore it, it'll go away. Get yourself into the habit of following financial blogs and podcasts, such as Quick and Dirty Tips' own Laura Adams, the Money Girl. Laura has over 400 helpful and timely podcasts on everything from getting a loan with bad credit to understanding your mortgage options and how to maximize your tax return. The more you know, the more comfortable you'll be with all types of financial matters, including the best strategies for saving your hard-earned money. How does your family save money? Share your thoughts in the comment section at quickanddirtytips.com/mighty-mommy, or post your ideas on the Mighty Mommy Facebook page, or you can email me at mommy@quickanddirtytips.com. And I hope you'll visit my family-friendly boards at pinterest.com/mightymommyqdt. Be sure to sign up for the upcoming Mighty Mommy newsletter, which is going to be chock full of practical advice to make your parenting life easier and more enjoyable. Happy savings, everyone. Thanks for listening. And until next time, happy parenting.